right in front of Maroon and
Every single creator who exposed Kudo was just a pawn in his master plan. He is operating like a real-life light Yagami hunting in the shadows, and everyone completely missed the real story. While others just scratched the surface, I spent weeks uncovering a rabbit hole they missed. Don't scroll. Allow me to tell you everything I found. This video is going to be split into multiple stages, so stay tuned until the end. Let's begin from the very beginning. Recap. April 7th, Kudo's first video. Nothing seemed off, just a normal guy over-exaggerating his content. I remember that day because he only had 2K views. Then, 2 days later, his video suddenly blew up. Okay, nothing out of the ordinary, normal. And that's when Garn saw the corn and tried to cancel him. But no, for me that wasn't the end. There was way more than I thought. I just had to uncover everything. I knew there was more. Phase 2, the suspicion. Eventually I dug and dug until I found 2 accounts both talking about the Kudo situation. Before anything, I managed to confirm something that will be super important later. Kudo is German. And back to the accounts. 2 things instantly caught my eye about one of them. First, the date of creation. April 14th, the very day Garn started having doubts about Kudo. Second, a video acting like he was a previous friend of Kudo, exposing him about the site as well. Another thing, this account was American, which should clear Kudo, right? Wrong. We already know that Kudo can't be a one-man operation, which further gave me another idea. It's popular in the West and has a certain way of being pronounced. Kudo. Seems familiar? Exactly, which means Kudo being exposed was deliberate. But why would he want to be exposed? Question after question kept on piling. Phase 3, action. That's when I actively began the investigation by asking the alt account himself, and he continued to prove my theories correct. I proceeded to give more information than he would know, and he perfectly fell into the bait by asking, how? Acting like he already knew the information. That's all I needed to confirm. He is Kudo on an alt. That's when I finally saw a deeper underlying story. Instead of letting the questions pile over each other, I actually began the investigation. Of course, under another cover. I am Yummy. He really helped in the investigation. He was my cover, specifically in case Kudo ever found out someone was working on the case. Phase 4, understanding. Before you get jumbled up, let's clarify a few things. Kudo reposted corn and didn't do anything about it. The alt account that knew way too much was the first to talk about it, with sightings leading to April 19th, which Kudo did himself. Now, before I went to the main things, I homed in on one thing proving that his videos are fake. I began with the math. I learned how the Among Us leveling system works and began doing the math. I managed to prove that blue from his first video is the same as banana from his third. Another thing, I managed to prove that by the time he reached level 49, he had already played enough games to reach level 53. This means it's highly possible that when he doesn't get imposter, the game ends instantly, which again changes things. I did the same math and proved that pink from his first video is the same from the second, which finally confirms it. He is scripting his videos. After proving all of that, I saw another thing. His ping was exactly 18 the entire game without a single fluctuation. This is only possible with a performance mod or hack, so I went back to digging and eventually found this screenshot. You might be familiar with this mod, as it's seen in Clover's and Subject's videos, but it's not the same one. It's a custom one made by Kudo, more specifically a hack client. Of course I won't share it or I'll low-key doom the entire community. His coding is really impressive. It allows him to change his imposter rates. Now, another thing related to math while we're on the topic. For a bit of backstory, Kudo had a first account way back in February which didn't do all that well. He came back in April, which had been the 4-month anniversary for his site, and it would have made $20,000, in which he could have used exactly $10,000 to get how many views? 134K. And wanna guess how many views that video got? Yes, 134K. Then it blew up more, but that just confirmed almost everything. If you look at the previous screenshot, it shows hate speech as well. But there's more to this story. To the minor things first of all. He followed Shelly on April 20th, when the first sighting of reposting was on the 19th. This proves he wasn't hacked. Furthermore, the YouTube account claims to be American, but the transactions for super support go to Germany. Remember who is German? Kudo. And who is American? His alt. That's when the dots started connecting. I then got a theory that Kudo did that to make an alt himself, which just left me with more questions. I ignored them in the meantime and managed to copy the site and take the owner's name. With Yummy's help, I managed to get the information needed to connect Kudo to the owner of this site, as the information given was split between German and American again. See how it fits? Another thing is that after I accessed the information, the video about the site was suddenly taken down just an hour later. Definitely not a coincidence. Phase 5, Master Plan and Backstory. I'll explain everything about Kudo, and more specifically why he did it. We go back to 2015, where he met an American guy online. At the time, he was young and was a genius coder. Eventually, when he became 18, he took control of a company his friend had and made millions out of it. Eventually, he got unfulfilled, but they needed more money and funding, which the site wasn't making enough of. So, they made a corn site, but it didn't blow up. His friend used to watch Among Us videos and was a big fan of which eventually led to the creation of Kudo. Eventually, he started actually enjoying the manipulation. Being inspired by the Marlowe situation, Kudo struck by revealing himself on purpose for 2 reasons. People click on his profile and get sucked in, and to make his type of content popular, for which he also paid for his videos. There's also a third purpose, which is using a common manipulation tactic I call the confidence method, to strengthen his bond with his audience. Now, why did he want his content to be popular? It's simple, really, so that he can make an alt and hide between the many copies of him. That is where the Morta account was made, which, you guessed it, is American. Remember who is American? The alt. I did the same math to prove that red from Kudo's first video is the same as pink from Morta's video, and pink is the same as orange. Now, before that, he already knew about Yummy starting this operation, so he sent a fake Kudo to act as him. He actually fooled me using reverse psychology to convince us and distract us from him for at least a week. This gave him enough time to make the Morty account. From there, it was simple. Start talking to the big creators, infiltrate from within, and eventually, everyone that tried to expose him just gave him more attention, allowing him to get more money and prepare to try to control the Among Us community, control everything, and do exactly what Marlowe did. Well, if you enjoyed this hella long deep dive, please make sure to like and subscribe. I missed out on a lot of details and tried to summarize everything. I really spent a lot of time on this, and I'll probably drop a document in a month or so if I'm not lazy.